So, this is now my third time trying to record this and get up out of here because I'm hungry. So, if you hear my stomach growling, please just ignore it, okay? Um, so happy Thursday. I'm just going to be doing quick reading for all signs, what to expect next in love, okay? So, we're going to go all the way from Aries to Pisces. Like I said, super quick. Take what resonates, leave what does not. All right, so let's start out with Aries. What can Aries expect next in love? What can Aries expect next in love? All right. Oh, shit. You know what? I feel like I'm rushing now because I done recorded this 3 times and I'm like, I gotta go. But I really want to start doing better, like with my YouTube. So that's why I started back doing these. Okay, Aries, Aries, Aries. What can Aries expect next in love? So, Aries, it's looking like you have an Empress and High Priestess energy coming in, or you're going toward. This looks like something that you've been avoiding for a while. Um, you're willing to, or this person is going to end that avoidance, and you have the possibility of a commitment coming in. So, wow, okay, so let me let these sirens go by. But it's looking like either somebody that is willing to commit to you or you are willing to commit to them. So you're ending this period of silence between you and somebody. Now, this is probably someone that either did not give to you or you did not give to them in the past and they are choosing to now. So it's taking a lot of inner strength to get this thing to come back around. Somebody could feel like they got stabbed in the back or done wrong in some kind of way, and now they're coming back to make it right, or you are coming into their life to make it right. All right, so that's what I got for Aries. Let's move on to Taurus now. So for those of y'all just now coming in, this is just a quick all signs read, and it is what can you expect next in love. So we're on Taurus. What is coming up next for Taurus in love? So Taurus, it's looking like you have a couple options coming in. I do see the possibility of a relationship that you don't see coming. So this is someone that's attracted to you that you don't know about. So they could be like a person within like your workspace, and that have kind of been like holding back because you're in this like work or collaborative environment where it just wasn't the time. They're going to be revealing some type of attraction to you. Um, and this, whoever this is, you or this person, they see you as extremely magnetic. And it's kind of like they're feeling like they can't deny the magnetism between you two anymore. I will even go as far as saying that this is somebody who views you as a soulmate. Don't know why, but I mean, lots of attraction here, lots of connections. I mean, you could feel something towards them too, and it was just left unsaid, and now it's coming to the light. But you do have someone that you're going to collaborate with coming to the forefront, so you're going to be able to have the possibility of having a relationship with them and also working with them. Now, for another group of you, I'm going to say this: someone is going to come to you, and this is just for like one or two. They could be married. You could be the other woman, especially with the Queen of Wands, the lovers here. So either you're married or they're married and they feel a strong attraction for you. This could be like a workplace connection too. So like one of those things where, people be having like work wives and work husbands, but then they got somebody at home. This is feeling like one of those situations. But they like you because they see you as being like really valuable, really like magnetic and alluring and sexy and passionate, things of that nature. Okay, let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, what is coming up for Gemini? What can Gemini expect next in love? Hi, how are you? Happy Thursday. What is coming up next for Gemini in love? What can Gemini expect? Oh, Lord. Gemini, you got a relationship coming in, and it's looking like some of you could say like this is a twin flame, but I'm also seeing like two people literally fighting over you or fighting for your attention. So Gemini must be showing up as like that girl, that guy. And when I say relationship, I mean like Hierophant, Ten of Pentacles, commitment, relationship. This is marriage. This is longevity. This is like we're building like generational wealth. This could also be somebody from the past that never stopped watching you, or they've been watching you from afar and they got a chance to watch you grow. So now you come across as being like more valuable, and it could just be because you kind of know yourself a little bit more now, or like better, like you're more like fully embodied now. But yeah, this person is going to want to come in and share a home with you. Now this is going to be somebody that is willing to compete against others for your attention, love, and affection. Okay, so just make sure that this person's passion doesn't get like too combative, because I do pick up on a little bit of energy of like jealousy, where this person could be aware that you have options, and they're just not going to be afraid to compete. They are not afraid to compete. They're kind of like, you come across more valuable to them because you have options. I'm going to say that, okay? So that's what I got for Gemini. Let's move on to, I said these are going to be quick. Let's move on to Cancer. What can Cancer expect next in love? What's coming up next for Cancer? And if you guys have any suggestions of like what you want to do for all signs, for other readings, just let me know. But what can Cancer expect next? What's going on in love? Okay, Cancer. They're not too happy with you. I'm not going to lie, or you're not too happy with them. I do see a stalemate here, or this could be like a marriage that's kind of like went stale, where the spark is kind of, went out. Something is turning out to be more of a burden than it was in the beginning. And so now someone is kind of like looking over their shoulder and looking back and wondering if they made the right decision when it comes to the relationship with you, or this is what you are doing. So they're kind of in their own head, reassessing everything and kind of seeing this relationship um, again, like, gotta put in more work, put in a lot of work, or just like being a burden. And this could be you just reassessing something that, honestly, one or two of you could just kind of like outgrown the situation, but you or this person is weighing their options now. Okay, so let's move on. Let's go to Leo. Let's go to Leo. I gotta say him like in my head to make sure I don't miss him. So let's go to Leo. What can Leo expect next in love? What can Leo expect next in love? Okay, Leo. I do see a possible ending coming up for you. Because someone is reassessing their values here when it comes to a relationship. Something may not be um like fulfilling the standards of what they wanted it to be. Like it's not aligned with their values, or like their, this could also be like different religious values, or like different beliefs, or one of you are like changing how you view something and the other person doesn't like it, and it's like creating this stalemate here. But this does involve a marriage or something that had the potential to be a marriage here. Yes, somebody is not choosing this, basically. They're not choosing this. They're choosing to walk away from a commitment that they made. And honestly, they could have made this commitment when they felt like they were younger. And now it's not, um they have a different outlook on what they consider to be marriage, or whether marriage is even a requirement for them anymore. So this is like a change in belief system between you or your partner. This doesn't mean like ending it right now, but this, for me, it's showing up as like, this is what's going through their head, their thought process. Like, is this what I really wanted long term? Because what I want today isn't necessarily what I wanted 10 years ago. And now I'm here. And do I stay? Do I, because I said I committed to it, do I just keep going, or do I allow myself to change and evolve? So this person is kind of going through, I want to say like a midlife crisis, you or them. But yeah, that's what I got. And another thing I want to say, I don't think this person is like being mean. They're actually being very mature and honoring themselves for evolving, and for, learning new pieces of information, and then being okay with changing your mind, the more you learn and the more that you experience. So whether this is you or them, I say just, take it on the chin, be mature. You guys can be friends if it doesn't work out. I say friends, like, but cordial if you see each other. Um, yeah, so let's move on to, who did I just do? That was Leo. Okay. I think we're on Virgo. What's coming up next for Virgo? What is coming up next for Virgo? What can Virgo expect next in love? Okay, Virgo. For you, I am getting that there's a lot of ego and pride and competition that's coming up for you in love, unfortunately. Lots of immature energy, and either you or this person are just going to choose not to deal with it. They're going to be looking towards other options, and honestly, other options does not have to be other people, but just keeping their mind busy with other things. But they're considering this situation um, as one that is, something that they probably don't want for the long term, or something, again, like the same energy with Leo, that they got involved with when they were young. And so now we're dealing with the battle of the egos, right? That's what's happening here. And I do want to say, I'm picking up on, like, if you're dealing with somebody and they start an argument with you, it's because of what they're going through internally. You know how it is when something gets on your nerves about a person, any little thing that they do can kind of like set you off, or kind of give you the ick and turn you off. It's one of those things. And they could be using petty arguments as an excuse to be able to go out and explore other options. So I would say this, Virgo, don't let somebody show you that they don't want you more than once. Or if this is you, if you don't want to be in a situation, simply leave. There's no need to stay there and then see, who can win and who's going to be on top. That's just childish. But yeah, I'm getting, just petty arguments here that someone is going to end up saying no to with this Four of Cups. Okay, they're going to end up being disinterested in the situation, or the interest is already gone. Okay, so let's move on. Let's go to Libra. I told y'all these are going to be quick because I gotta go, but I really wanted to do it, and this is like my third time recording this, so yeah. Libra, what is coming up for Libra in love? Wow, strength as a... Okay, it was almost the same. Literally, like, almost the same. Libra, I see you gaining clarity about a situation in your love life. And this clarity is going to cause you to be viewed as like really mature. So however you're about to handle a situation, go with what you feel, right? I think that you could be dealing with someone who's a little bit less mature than you. So you're being called to like take the lead in this situation, to hold like to kind of like hold the space, like to be the matriarch, and lead by example. But you do have people, other people that are watching you, that are going to want to show you interest, especially when they see you kind of showing up like, and I don't know why I'm hearing it like this, but mother, like showing up as this like real woman, is like, this is how you handle conflict. So I see you getting away from some type of petty drama and just realizing that you're way better than that. You're way more mature than that. You way more bossed up than that, and that's going to cause other suitors to come your way. It's going to act like a light and a magnet, and now you have other people that are going to be willing to show interest, who are on your level. So that's what's up. I do see that for you guys, and this is going to put you in a new phase, a new season with this Wheel of Fortune here. So yeah, I think after you drop this person who is immature, who you keep going in circles with, I think the new you is going to emerge, and it's going to just attract a whole new level of person, man or woman, whichever you're attracted to. All right. Um, so now let's go to, what am I at? What am I on? I think I'm on Scorpio. I just said Libra, right? Yeah. Okay, what can we expect next in Scorpio? And when I did my reading a while ago, y'all, for Scorpio, the energy was so dope because I was picking up on like Scorpio meeting this person where they were going to get like so deep with and just have this like raw, passionate sex with, and being able to be mature and waking up in the morning and just like really feeling a connection, and it kind of being like super unspoken and not like waking up and being like, oh, where are we? You know, like, no, just going with it and being able to be free and to be completely sexual. And it was just very like, it was just so much Scorpio energy. And I was like, this is so Scorpio. That was dope. But yeah, that one, it didn't upload. So, hi. Hey, Fred. Okay, Scorpio. What can Scorpio expect? This group. Scorpio, again, I'm still getting like you kind of coming from a place where you haven't been able to like express yourself and like your emotions and stuff, and just kind of like remaining distant and cold to all of a sudden like all of this passionate energy like rushing in and coming into your life. But I do see you controlling it very well, being very emotionally mature with this King of Cups here, and kind of like being able to ride that wave. But yes, I see again for Scorpio, lots and lots of passionate sex coming up for you. If that's what you want, you're going to have the opportunity for it. You know, free will does exist. We're going to say that. But you do have the opportunity if you want it now. It's not going to come in the house. If you go out, you put your stuff on, you go and, you know, have a few drinks, they're gonna come. People are gonna like flock to you like a magnet, and it's gonna be for sex. It's literally gonna be for sex. You could be having like a whole bunch of one night stands coming up if that's what you want, or you can just, you know, kind of boost your ego a little bit and feed off that, oh my gosh, I got all these people that want me right now. But that is what's coming up. You got people that's going to be like trying to come by your house. This is like coming over. We're trying to go straight to the crib. This is just a lot of sexual energy. And I think I'm picking up on this too a lot with these options and stuff, because I know that Venus is going to be going into Gemini. I think when it's maybe like the next like day or two. So it's like the options are optioning for like really all of the signs. That's kind of been like a common theme here. Like if you already have a partner, you looking other, you know, outside of your relationship. And if you single, like you probably, you know, doing a whole bunch of flirting and stuff. So, hey, Dennis. Yeah, so let's move on. Let's go to Sagittarius. So what is coming up for Sagittarius in love? Remember, y'all, this is just the energy, okay? Free will exists. You have to create some type of movement to, you know, act off certain energy. I'm expecting someone. I hope they don't come while I'm recording. Thank you, Dennis. Sagittarius. What's coming up for Sagittarius? What's coming up for Sagittarius? Okay, Sagittarius, I see you doing your thing, you know, ripping and running like you do. Being out on the prowl. I do see you or someone that you're dealing with. It's a lot of healing of like the heart chakra. that's going to be going on. I see you coming into a new phase of like getting over some type of past heartbreak. Um, I'm laughing at you, Dennis. um, but yeah, getting over some type of heartbreak and kind of like seeing things like brand new, having a new outlook on something. Uh, but something is going to come in for you quicker than normal. I think the quicker you change your perspective on love, the quicker something else new can come into your life. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been stuck on something in the past. And so you're going to have an opportunity again to have a new option as long as you can change your attitude about it. I mean, Sagittarius is always coming and going anyway. And because always, like, changing their philosophies and things of that nature. So it's just like, look on the brighter side. Look on the brighter side of things. Like, there's so much more that wants to come in to your life for real. But I do see you with the Three of Swords here in the world. You're coming out of that period of being kind of like the victim. Someone hurt me a long time ago, so this is why I am the way that I am. So, and again, like bossing up, maturing. So yeah, you're really maturing. No longer like competing with this devil and Five of Wands energy here, just competing out of ego. Why compete when you can simply move on? And I know Sagittarius does that best. They know how to move on. So when they don't, it's just because they're allowing themselves to be stuck. Because I don't know no Sagittarius person that sits for a long time if they don't want to. So um let's move on. Let's go to Capricorn. What is coming up next for Capricorn? What's coming up next for Capricorn? In love, what can they expect? What can Capricorn expect next in love, spirit? Okay, Capricorn. So either you or your person is basically, you're going to be taking a break, taking a pause. And it's kind of to reassess your situations. I feel like you or your person are kind of in a mode where it's just like, if it's not serious, then I really don't want to do it. I think you're to a point where you're kind of tired of like things that appear to be like superficial or surface level, and you're ready for something serious with this Hierophant here. So this is you or your person. So someone here is going to be figuring out how can they get something or figure out a way to do something that's best for them. Okay, so there's going to be a pause in your love life because there has to be some sort of cleanup here. It's like a clearing of the air. Um yeah, because I feel like you or your person kind of feel like they're like blocked from having like a harmonious relationship right now. And so it's someone's making a decision not to force something. They're not going to force it. Like if it has to go, they're going to just let it go and kind of just like roll with the tide. I don't think that's what they want, but again, this is somebody who's just choosing to put themselves first, essentially, either you or your person. And do what's best for the long term outcome. So yeah, your love life within the next, I would say, like the 24 to 48 hours, you're going to be taking a pause. You or your person, you're going to be taking a pause to think. And I think once you take this pause to think, you're going to grow a lot within yourself, and you may end up making a decision to just honestly just commit to yourself and to not be in a relationship right now. You might be happier just being you, just focusing on work, things of that nature. Um, oh yes, I did Sagittarius already. I'm on Capricorn. I went from Aries to I'm going to Pisces. But I'm gonna post a live and then add the timestamp so you can go back and watch it. Um, Aquarius. What's coming up next for Aquarius? What's coming up next in love? Hold on for 1 second.